and welcome to Princess YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are at any corner of the world. It's your girl back here and she's back with another vlog. Oh my goodness. Again, before I proceed, if you're new here, karibu sana or welcome so very much. Guys, I always think about good things to give you, in this channel. And I actually thought, I can create a segment, in this channel where, it's just informative, just like to give you information, just on the basic things, of course, according to my own opinion, because anything that I can say in this segment, the informative segment, it's not, okay, it is not like the legal, it's not like the legal information. So once again, if you need to get some legal information, always know where to go. So this, in anything that I talk in this informative segment, it's all about my opinion. It's all about how I understand things and maybe my personal experience, all overall of experience, from people, friends, relatives, this and that. So whatever I say here, and maybe you feel maybe the information is a bit inaccurate, always be responsible of getting like an official information, just get yourself the right information. So in whatever I say in this segment, once again, always remember it's all according to my opinion and how I value things. So if you need to get the official information, always find the right place. And guys, I often think a lot of people, especially like when they want to migrate to another country, they might often think, if I want to go to another country, maybe you want to go to US, to relocate to US, or I think to migrate to US or relocate, whatever, or maybe in Australia like here, or maybe in Canada, in UK, wherever, or any part of the world you feel you want to go. And let's say you have the skills of driving. So you may wonder, like, am I able to go to another country and probably use my driving license to drive? I know. So if this information is for you outside there, just get to know things in a very basic way, but again, always find the right sources to get an official information. So guys, when I was coming here in Australia, first thing first, and this is my advice to anyone who wants to migrate to another country, always know what is good for you when you go to that country. If it's driving, if it's education, if it's career, if it's anything, first thing first, just know, if you go there, what do I want to do? Of course, I'll just start by saying, if you have the skills of driving from your original country and you have your full driving license, it is important to make sure that it is not close to expiry date. And what I mean with that is this: if you come, for example, you want to move, to relocate to Australia, you come here, then you only have, maybe example, a 3-week, valid license. Then after 3 weeks, your license expires. Then you come here and you want to drive, example, or you want to look for a job, and first thing they ask you, do you have a driving license? Then you say, oh yes. But again, just to check, it has expired. You're gonna lose that job. And that is not good for you. Again, if you want to move into another country and your license is about to expire, it can be very expensive to change your your license, okay, when you move to another country, your license is no longer considered as a example. This is a Kenyan license. For those who are from Kenya, I'm so surprised that I still have it. So this is the Kenyan license, yeah, and it's a full driving license. So if you are in Kenya, I know in Kenya they have updated to some, you know, to those like in card, you know, like in a card form, very digitalized. Good on you people. Oh, you're doing amazing. The Kenyan government. Hoo-hoo, good on you. So, one thing, if you want to carry your license, you have to make sure it is first valid for a very lengthy period of time. Yeah? If you need to even renew maybe for about even 3 years, the better. Again, I said, if you move to another country, it can be very expensive. And when you move to another country, this license is no longer called like a Kenyan license. Again, I quote, it's not like a Kenyan license. It's now considered international license. And the reason I say that is because here in Australia, and especially I'm giving an example with me, if maybe a police officer just pulls me aside and asks me, can you produce any form of identification? Do you have a driving license? Then I would say, I have a Kenyan license. I can look African, but it's not always that I'm from the African country. So if maybe that police officer has never had anything like Kenya, of course, he will not really know what you're talking about. Like, you're from Kenya. Okay, that's fine. But, you know, if he doesn't know about Kenya or have never even heard about Kenya, because it's not surprisingly that people may not heard about your country. Or if you come from Zimbabwe, Congo, Togo, not everyone knows about your country. So first thing, when they pull you out aside and they ask you, can you produce any form of identification? So you'll say, I have international license. Once you mention that, they know definitely it is not an Australian license. So they are aware that it has nothing to do with the Australian, and so they may even not be able to read where is the expiring date. Because, you know, like in Kenya, I don't know, I had not had this stamp. Like I came with my driving license when it was like super new, you know. So I had not like renewed to have like a stamp or something. But you will have to show them how to read your license. Like either to tell them it is valid, and this is where it shows that it is valid from here to here, because that's all they need to know. And again, show your name. You can say, this is my name as it is written there, Mrs. or Miss whoever and so, and this is where it shows it's valid from this to this. Because again, they don't know anything about your country and how to read the driving license from your country. So you have to first clearly explain yourself where to find all that important information. Again, you know, if you come from a country that the driving license is not written in English, you have to either find any possible way to convert your driving license from your original country to English. Because again, any police officer may not be able to read what, if it's written in French. Myself, I don't know French, and maybe I'm a cop. How am I going to be able to interpret your driving license? Maybe you have gone through red light. I can't know if maybe you're driving illegally, maybe you don't know. So again, it is very, very important you convert your driving license from your original country to English. Or I think maybe in the vice versa, if, I don't know, I think if you have a driving license that states in English and you're going to a French speaking country, I think you also need, I don't know. I don't know if you need to change into French. Probably yes, because again, if they don't know how to speak English, again, they can't read your English. Very, very important. So just make sure whenever that country you're going, you have the right document. Any document. It doesn't have to be a driving license. It can be something else. Make sure you change to that country's language, or yeah, whatever they speak. Again, so when you come here in Australia, you can drive with your Kenyan license. That's one thing. Maybe a lot of people, they don't know, or maybe you come and you are in this example. I don't know. I don't have the accurate information about this. Again, maybe if you come and you're living with one of your relatives and maybe they don't want you to drive because maybe they don't want to give you that independence, they're gonna tell you, oh no, you can't drive here with that license. Or maybe you have to stay with, maybe after 5 years to drive here in Australia. It is wrong. And that is not correct. You can drive with your international license when you come here in Australia. You can. It doesn't matter which country you are from, as long as it is valid. Very important. As long as your license is valid and it has the right, it is documented properly. Of course, if you come with an international license that has some condition, like this person is a threat, can't drive, and this and that, you see, you're putting yourself into trouble. So if you come with a license from Kenya or any international license, it is acceptable to drive here in Australia. You can drive with your international as long as it is valid. Very important. As long as it is valid, you can drive with you. Let no one tells you or fools you that no, you can't drive. No, it is not accepted. Oh, this and that. Who told you? Get yourself in the car and drive. And when the police pulls you, show them, I have international license, and explain yourself how your license is valid, your name and things like that. Okay? And one thing, if you're pulled here in Australia, and maybe probably you don't have this license and you're driving, it is illegal. It is illegal to drive here in Australia without a driving license. Whether it is international or whether it is Australian license, it is very, very illegal, and you can be fined a lot. So don't tell someone that, or let someone tells you that, no, you can drive here, you don't have to carry that your license, just leave it. Or reskia wapi? Where did you hear that? You need to have the right driving license to be able to drive. And also, if you don't want to be showing your driving license as the main identification whenever you visit any government offices or anything to do with official documentation and things like that, and you don't want to show or to have your international license as a form of identification, when you come here in Australia, the first thing I would advise you, if it is possible, the very first days of when you arrive, or maybe the very first week of when you arrive, I would ask you to go, especially here in Australia, I don't know with any other countries, please find where there's government services. When I mean, what I mean by saying government services, like here we have services SA. SA is South Australia because this is the state where I live. So any information about anything to do with the official document, please visit Services SA when you arrive in Australia. Services SA, it's everywhere in every state, okay? And they are very, very close to it. Nearly after few suburbs, there's one major Services SA. So you don't have like to drive miles away to go and find Services SA. Again, if you can find where Services SA is, get yourself into Google and type Services SA near me. When you go there, you have to use your passport. Again, if you don't want to use passport, because sometimes if you get to be carrying your passport everywhere, passport is very, very important. It's one of the major documents that you can't afford to lose. I don't know how I should emphasize this. Do not get into a habit of carrying your passport. It is very, very important that you keep your passport as safe as any other. You can lose money, that's fine, but you can't lose your passport. And again, if you lose your passport, oh my goodness, you're gonna get it a hard time to get a new passport. And at that time, what will you be using as an identification? It is very, very important. So to avoid using passport whenever you go, in case you might lose it, go to Services SA and ask for something called proof of age card. So let me show you mine. Of course, I will just hide some information there because it's very, very important. I think you can see. Yeah, that's the one. It's called Proof of Age, South Australia. This is one thing a lot of people forget. They don't know that they need to have proof of age into the country that they go. Again, I'm specifying here in Australia because this is where I live. So I got more knowledge of things to do with Australia. So one thing, go to Services SA and apply for a proof of age card. Proof of age card in your state. You will get this. This card acts like your passport. Instantly, the moment you get it, I think it usually takes about, I think 14 days, maybe 2 weeks until it is posted in your address. So first thing, you need to get a permanent address. When I say a permanent address, it's the address that you have to write in that form, that's where they will be sending your card to. You can't just be jumping from here and there and you are changing all these addresses. It is very, very important. When you come here in Australia, first stick to one address, at least for roughly 2 months. Because when you will be doing a lot of paperwork here, like proof of age and all that, all those information will be sent to your address at that time. And here paperwork can get crazy. Until you settle, you'll be finding yourself getting all this paperwork from nowhere. Because here in Australia, let me tell you, paperwork will be your friend. Anything you need to do, you'll be told you need to do paperwork. So paperwork becomes your friend. Every paperwork has an address that you need. So if you today maybe you do a proof of age with one address, then tomorrow you move to another, maybe accommodation. If you are living in accommodation, then you want to fill example, maybe another type of form. Then you change there. And maybe you have already moved here. There's already some paperwork with this. All your paperwork will be sent everywhere. And let me tell you, you will end up losing maybe some track of, some paperwork that they send it to you. If maybe you're applying for any card, it will get lost. Then if you need that card, you'll have to hustle again doing the paper. You don't want to do such a shoddy job, you know. You're going to have to be very responsible. And this is according to my opinion. If you come to this country, at least have a permanent address for the first either 3 months maximum. If you can have at least 3 good months to do all your paperwork and to be getting anything you want sent to that address before you start making moves, you know. So I said you need to go apply for this proof of age card, that it will act as any form of identification you will be requested, whether it is at your uni, at your college, at anywhere, at work, or anything. You'll be providing this. And if you lose this, you can easily replace it. This will not cost you. I think this is free to apply. I can't even remember because I have been having this for years, but I don't remember paying for this card. I think it's free, but again, always double check with your Google or the right source of information where you can find, do you need to pay for a proof of age, you know. So this contains your address, your date of birth, and also it will give you an instant driving license number for your future driving license of South Australia or of Australia. So whenever they ask you on any paperwork, do you have driving license number? If you already have your proof of age card, do not write this because that contradicts this. Okay? Do not write about this. If you have the proof of age, I'm not going to show because it have very sensitive information. If you already have this one and you don't have this, it is okay to use your passport on behalf of this. I hope I'm making this clear. If you're using international license goes hand in hand with your passport, because your passport again act as a, you know, it has a lot of points here in Australia. What I mean by points is if you are asked to provide 100 points, a lot of paperwork usually go with that. Provide 100. Your passport carries 70 points. Okay? So if you have this and you're doing official paperwork, it goes hand in hand with your passport, because you can't write any information from here in those official documents. If you have this proof of age, you may not, again I quote, you may not necessarily have to use your passport. You see? So it is very, very important to have this proof of age. And whenever you're driving and the police officer pulls you aside and asks you, can I have any form of identification? Always take your proof of age. That's enough for them. That's totally enough of them, because it will have the possible driving license number for your future driving license when you acquire. They usually write the same number that they have on your proof as your driving license. Again, you can always even carry your passport if you want. I don't say you should not be carrying your passport. You can carry your passport and also have your proof of age. All I'm trying to tell you is keep your passport safe. Do not carry your passport around. If it gets lost, the hassle you will go through to get another passport, my God, why? You will see dust. I'm telling you, utaona dust. You'll go through a big hassle. So always carry this and always show this to your police officer or to your school or to anything. This is very, very important. So I was here to say you can drive with your international license when you come to Australia. You can, as long as it is valid and it has the right documented word in them, they are in English, you can drive with it. So next time on another separate video, I will be explaining to you when you come here in Australia and now you want to acquire the full driving license of Australia. Maybe I'll just show you here that is the full driving license of here in Australia. Again, I will not show, of course it is my full license for here in Australia, but I will not disclose because it's got very, very sensitive information. It has my address, my date of birth and all that, so I want to keep them safe. Again, so in the next vlog, I'll be showing you how do you change or how do you convert from your international license to your Australian license. You know, how do you change and how much can it cost you? So stay tuned. If this information was for you, who you want to travel into another country and maybe you're wondering how can I do this, or how can I be able to, you know, to acquire this and that, if I can drive into another country with this and this is for you. Okay, so this vlog, it is for you. And also, if you are here in Australia and you're new, consider watching this because I have given you a lot of information that you will find useful when you are very, very newly arrival here in Australia. So stay tuned for when I come to explain how to convert your international to your Australia. Yeah, you can see that's me. Oh my God, I look so young. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I had my driving license some few years back and I was really looking very young. Okay guys, again, thank you so much for watching this vlog. It's your princess girl here and I'm always happy to help you and to educate you into so many things that I feel it is important and it is necessary for someone who doesn't know. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. That will help me because you see, it helped me. When I see my numbers going up there, I get happy. I get so happy because I feel more energetic and more powered to share to you so many other things that I may find useful to my viewers. Again, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Again, those who have subscribed, thank you so much. I know my team who really support me, my diehard Akina Lilian Kamau, Lilian Kamau, thank you so much. Akina Royce Nyandia, oh, my gang team, you guys, you're so amazing. My niece out there, Melikongo, you're always there on the comment section. Again, cheer up. If again you want any, shout out, just comment there and I'll do this for you. Thank you so much, Ridian Kamau, Lois Nyandia. Thank you so much, Mary Kongo. Thank you so much for always supporting me and always making me feel that I'm doing the good job, Next time, it should be you who you'll get that shout out. Again, thank you so much. Bye-bye.